All right, everyone, we are on to the last section of the podcast, the Reuben Rants section, one of my favorites. And I'm going to get in hot water for this topic today. I know I am, and I'm not here to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm just here to express a very heated opinion I hold on this topic, which is the topic of motorcyclists. I'm here to claim that I'm done. I'm over the signs that constantly say share the road. Share the road. These passive-aggressive signs people put on the back of their cars, and they fly on flags, and they just put everywhere, share the road, and it shows a picture of a motorcycle. I'm done with it. Now, I understand there have been tragic accidents on motorcycles, and people have had terrible, terrible things happen to loved ones on motorcycles. I understand all this. And I'm not anti-motorcyclists, but I'm done with these signs that keep telling me I need to share the road. Now, I don't know about you. I drive a Honda CR-V. When a motorcyclist is around me, I am more careful than I ever am on the road because I'm like, damn, there's literally another human completely exposed to my car, right? Completely exposed on this little motorbike that is driving at 65, 75 miles an hour. Yes, I am more careful than I ever am on the rest of the road. Share the road, like, I do. I do share the road, and so do most other people. And I do want to be clear, I am pro-motorcyclist. There's a bunch of guys around here that drive Harleys, and they wear their leather jackets. These old dudes with these big white beards, and they go to the bar, and they like to sing karaoke. Cool dudes, like legitimately cool dudes. I am so pro them having the freedom to ride on the roads with their motorcycles. If you asked any of them, though, they would tell you, yeah, it's obviously more dangerous, than a car. You are completely exposed to vehicles moving at intensely high speeds, and you're on a vehicle moving at intensely high speeds. Yes, it is more dangerous. So the share the road thing, I think they would just be like, yeah, but it's, we have to do the same thing. Everybody should abide by the same rules. And this is where it really gets me. I don't care about those old guys with their big white beards on the Harleys doing that because they're chill. They're cool. They'll ride in their big gangs of motorcyclists, and they'll go on the highway, and they'll enjoy the wind in their faces and reclaim that little bit of freedom they felt when they were young. It's great. Very pro that. But what I can't stand are these absolute dumbasses on these little crotch rockets who think they're the shit and that they get to break every rule on the road because they're a motorcyclist. That I cannot stand. They should not be on the road. They piss me off more than about anyone else. I have had this happen multiple times where you're stopped in standstill traffic. Cars backed up for miles. And this dipshit decides that he, as a privileged motorcyclist, gets to split the line all the way through everyone to get to the front of the line. What a dickwad. Oh, man. I've always just dreamed of the day that I'd see that guy going on the right side of my car. I'd look in the mirror. I'd hear, and I'd look in my mirror, and some old lady would just get pissed enough to open her door. Be like, act like she has to adjust something. Guy just flips over, just flies 40 feet forward. He's got skid marks all over his body. His freaking bike is totaled. Man, I would love that. I really would. That's what he deserves. I'm sorry. You don't get to break the rules on the road that hard. There's soft stuff of rolling through a stop sign or, yeah, but no, you do not get to split the line in between cars just so you can get to the front because you're a motorcyclist. And then everyone is taking the motorcyclist side as if car users don't share the road, as if we don't give them ample space. 100%. And when I hear them, because they're always loud, the motorcycles are normally very loud. Yes, I am more aware at all times that there is a human exposed to me going at the same speed I am on the road. Yeah. So I'm just done with this passive aggressiveness of share the road, watch out for motorcycles. Everyone I know watches out for motorcycles. It's the motorcyclists who are dumbasses that make that whole movement a thing. It's not your old guys that are traveling the speed limit and abiding by the laws. It's these young dipshits who think they can break the law and get away with it. And then they get in terrible accidents and it's like, oh no, he was going 95 in a 45, right? And he was speeding past these cars super fast. This car is trying to get over, and, you're a tiny little motorcycle, and you're going 95, and you hit this car, and then you wreck and you die, and it's terrible, and it's sad, and it's also your fault. All these things can be true. Terrible, sad, also your fault. So, I'm just here to say, I do share the road. You do not have to put up your signs anymore. I share the road, as do all my comrades, the people I love. My father-in-law, my future father-in-law, rides a motorcycle. Like I said, I am so pro people doing this. I am so pro people riding motorcycles as long as they follow the laws. They don't act like dipshits. We're going to be good. We'll be fine. I share the road with everybody that's on the road. Pretty chill. But when I've been sitting in traffic for 15, 20 minutes and nobody's moved, and I hear this little tiny annoying ass buzz come from a mile back and then just rips it right in between the cars, I'm not okay with that. And I really don't want to share the road when you do things like that. As a matter of fact, I really want to scrunch the road. I want to make it a very tight window where you can't get through, because that's what's coming for you. Like, if you do that enough, eventually, one time, you're not going to be lucky. One time, you're going to try and shoot a crazy, stupid gap while merging, like, onto the highway, or trying to shoot between two cars. One day, it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. You're going to get run over. And then, you're going to want to point to the driver of the car, who was a normal driver, driving like everybody else, following the rules like everyone else, and say, it was their fault. It wasn't their fault, dumbass. It was yours. You drove like a maniac. You got maniac results. That's what happens. So stop acting the victim. Just fess up to it. You drive like a freaking crazy person. So I'm not trying to give motorcyclists a bad name, like I said before, but I'm done with all this passive aggressive shit where people keep on saying share the road. I do. That's it. I'm done.